Hello my nerdlings. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel where we get nerdy. Today, I'm going to be filming my October, right? We're in October. October wrap up. I have next to me the 5 books that I have completely finished, or ones that I'm sure I'm gonna finish by Monday, so no big deal. So I will start with the ones that I have finished. The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker. This is about Ren Scarborough, who is half British Reaper and half Japanese Shinigami. And she struggles to find her place in London amongst the Reapers. So she decides to go to Japan to find her place amongst the Shinigami. And of course, in order to find herself in the ranks of the Shinigami, she must prove herself worthy, essentially. So this book, I ran it through Cawpile, which if you do not know what Cawpile is, I will leave G's video explaining Cawpile and all of that below. And a link to her channel so you can go follow her because she's amazing. Basically, Cawpile is this Google spreadsheet that you input reading data so you can track what you've read, but also it will do the rating math for you so you don't have to do it, which I absolutely love. So this book came out at a 8.14, which equates to a 4-star rating, or 4.5 if you do halves. The thing I love that it explores the Japanese mythology really well, and I was thoroughly enjoying that because growing up where I grew up, we didn't really learn much mythology other than Greek and Roman and Egyptian. So I thoroughly enjoyed that we got some Japanese mythology in this. I'd have to say that this is one of those that I hate but love the main character at the same time, because she's one of those morally gray characters, right? Which I totally get. I mean, like, you literally are killing people for your life, for your job. But at the same time, I didn't like some of the choices she made, and I can't really discuss them without spoilers. So just know this is a 4 out of 5, a 4.5 for me, and I will be reading the second book in this duology. Next, I read I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I only got about 2/3 of the way through this before it became too much and I had to put it down. Like, trigger warnings for abuse. Yeah. So, according to Cawpile, this got a 9.43, which works out to be a 5-star. It's just rough. It's a rough read, especially if you have any abuse past. So just be careful when you go to read it. Next, I have The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Tolkien, I still don't know technically how to pronounce his name. I'm not like super far through it, but it's not a hard read. I've been doing a lot of immersive reading where I hold the book and listen to the audiobook, because the audiobook on Scribd is Andy Serkis, who plays Gollum. Oh my god. He does such a fantastic job. Especially the scenes where you have Gollum. Like, it's so lovely to hear his voice as I read it physically. So I recommend that for anybody that is going to go into this. Do an immersive read with Andy Serkis. I can tell now this is going to be an easy 5-star. I already know it's going to be 5-star. I haven't finished it, but I know it. Next, we have Rumination by Anthony Reynolds. Again, I'm not completely finished. I only have a few 100 pages left or so. I already know that this isn't going to do very well. My guesstimate is going to be around 2.5 star. Because I don't know if this dude ever played League of Legends or not, but some of the actions and verbiage that he has given certain characters, they wouldn't say. You would not give a princess and a warrior of the high court verbiage like swagger. No. She would not say that. But anyways, the plot I enjoyed. Some of his choices on how he personified some of the league champions did not enjoy. And I found myself having a hard time picking it up the whole time. I couldn't get on with it. And it might be his style of writing. Like, we have, as you read it, in one chapter, there's like page breaks where he switches scenes. And he does that so many times in a chapter. It's like, why don't just end it and start a new chapter? But he doesn't. And it's annoying. And then lastly, we have Sinkable, Obsession, the Deep Sea, and the Shipwreck of the Titanic by Daniel Stone. I don't know if you can really tell how far I am in that because the sun is being a butthead. There we go. I'm not super far into it, but it's a super, super, super fast read. So this is not only looking at the Titanic as a shipwreck, as a sink, but Titanic as a shipwreck, but also comparing it to other wrecks and like how did Titanic become famous? Like, what made Titanic stand apart from all the other wrecks? When there's been more deadly wrecks, there's been more tragic wrecks. So what made Titanic so special is what this is going into. And I highly recommend it for anybody that loves shipwrecks or history in general. I am a weirdo and I like watching Drain the Oceans on Disney Plus, and that dives into shipwrecks and like the CGI of it is amazing. Highly recommend that if you're one into shipwrecks. But this is why I'm scared of the ocean. I live in Maine, the East Coast state with the most coastline, and I'm scared of the ocean. Figure that one out. But recommend it fully. I already can tell this is gonna be easy. 4.5, 5 star. So that is what I've been reading this month of October. So that's my wrap up. Remember, until next time, you are loved and you are valid.